There we go. I thought I had quick saved all the way over here, but apparently not.
Feeling lucky!
They gonna be the same? No? Okay. Oh. One. Hey, where'd the corpse guy go? He's supposed to be. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I wonder if he's gonna end up going downstairs.
So, this here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the next life since the foundation of Seal itself. Sad
Gotcha.
story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of I just concern myself with a sheep? That's a whole heap of nonsense. Don't bother me with such wild tales.
I've heard that you're a good man. Now's your chance to help your community. Come clean, and whoever is responsible for taking the body could be brought to justice.
Why should I help? Enough of that.
Oh, for crying out loud! Again, I forgot to save. I won't forget this time. Urgh. Oh, it's different now. Oh, and we lost a lock. Apparently, we lost a lockpick. Oh, is that because? Oh, well.
So, what's the back? This here's my sad story. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable... A sheep?
Here we go.
I suppose you're right. A corpse is one thing, but I couldn't stand to have the disappearance of a living soul on my conscience. Come, I'll tell you the whole story. I buried that blasted sheep, but I swear on my lucky left foot I had nothing to do with that body disappearing. 1 minute it was on my slab, you see. I left the room for just a moment to answer the bell in the front parlor, and when I returned, the body was simply gone. In its place was a sack containing more gold coins than I could even count. The message was clear. Silence is golden. My business has been declining right alongside the rest of our blighted city. And that sack of gold was worth more than I made during one of the good years. I needed cash, and someone needed my silence. I knew I had to bury something or risk being found out. So that night, I stole into the market and made off with Bertia's fattest sheep. It was a bloody waste to stick so much fine meat into the ground to rot, but it had to be done. The next day, the pallbearers retrieved Jake's coffin, sealed to hide the body's terrible wounds, none the wiser that within the casket lay nothing more venerable than a slaughtered beast. Now, you can imagine I've spent more than my share of restless nights wondering who could have wanted that cadaver and for what purpose. I'm not an inch closer to imagining the why, but I've got a few inklings as to the who. Near as I can reckon, there are only 4 people who could have been involved. Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, Theleron's apprentice Evelyn, and Esmeralda. Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know. And he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined. Aureus himself paid me a visit the
We already
night the
know
body was delivered.
who it is.
Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains. Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble, unless he knew something the rest of us don't. I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in this city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night, some kind of excitement. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, that there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole, but her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlor. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched, lured me outside claiming she needed air, before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the oh-so-overcome Esmeralda.
About the bag of gold you received for keeping quiet about Jake's body.
That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it.
Come now. You're a good man and a pillar of this community. Hand over this blood money before it stains your reputation and your conscience. All right, quick save. Hold on. Here we go. I'm so happy they have quick save during dialogues. That makes things so much easier.
Well, with all the troubles plaguing Sicil, I suppose us natives ought to put our finest feet forward. Here, take the gold and give it to someone who actually deserves it.
Yay!
The death man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
You may be right. I suspect he has much more than mere skeletons hiding in his closets.
Gotcha. Wonder if he'll ever go downstairs. Or am I gonna have to do all that while continuously sneaking?
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death?
And bartering. Those will actually be great on you. However, you have the most bartering right now. Bartering 2. Yep, you have the most bartering. Haha. Doot. We gotta go here and report about who stole one of the sheep. Maybe, possibly.
Bleeding waste standing here without so much sauce hunters, eh? If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets... Oh, Ogre, you're rotten to the bone. Oh, me poor, sweet, plump girl. You've been wasted entirely. All that roast, all the mutton. Not even the sausage grinder will want her now. Give her here, will you? Me little mouldering darling. That louse. Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Captain Aureus will have a thing or two to say about this.
Wrestling an earth elemental will inject
This
some
is
vim
intolerable.
into your routine.
The momentum of time is slipping through our hands,
Quiet
and you
down,
fritter
Marcus,
it away on
seems.
conversations about decomposing mutton. Focus, Source Hunter, focus!
I'm sorry, Jahan. I'm He's not quite happy. Holy hell. You actually have some really high... I better double check. Okay, she's not talking to him right now. Town hall bathroom. Okay. Now, Lost love at the high. We met the ghost of the lighthouse keeper Samsu, who admitted to purposely sinking a ship that his wife Desdemona was aboard. Let's go take a look at him real quick. Or see if there's anything going on with Captain Arya, since
Sorry, sir.
Hi, Mr. Head Honcho Legionnaire. The Source Hunter says that creep Robert stole my sheep.
And
Well, aren't you going to arrest that stinking thief?
I'll have a talk with him, madam. You, again. Do feel free to... Oh, still not finished with that sorry matter? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence it was stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe in beleaguered old Sicil. Ah, what was he going to do with that gold? Buy the largest kipper in the land? He has a lot to answer for, but not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty clear, isn't it? Off you go to find this munificent body snatcher.
Certain Evelyn has been mentioned.
What is in her diary certainly seems to implicate she dabbles in sorcery. Well, you're supposed to be the source hunter, aren't you? Go hunt some source!
What a dick.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
I found the second teleporter pyramid in Lady Cecilia's bathroom. Didn't peg you for a peeping tomcat.
What? I'd never. If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine, the mayor's cat. What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, and the manners of a lady all rolled into one. A perfect puss, if ever there was one.
That just got into the uncomfortable. That just got a little bit uncomfortable. Like, buddy, you're... Well, I mean, you can... But no, that's still kind of... That's a completely uncomfortable situation. I don't want to go there. Don't want to go there. I'll take my leave. Anyways, I just thought of something. Oh, you need pyrokinetics up. Okay. Holy crap. Hold on. If I unequip it. Okay. Okay, what all's in here? Painting of a pig. Okay, well, down we go. Oh, there's a key. A key? A key to what? Oops, I'm a detective?
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Sicil at your earliest convenience.
Oh. What did we find? Oh, this is a one-handed weapon, though. Oh, wow. You were 56. Movement. HP, but... requires 6 strength, so you won't be able to. Oh, you have some gold on you? Oh. Oh, right, that's a sell one. Do you have? Oh, I want to keep it. Even though it's like less armor, I still want to keep it because of the crafting and the initiative. Oh, well. Suppose I can... I suppose I can do that while we're not, like, out doing combat stuff. Sort of what I'm doing with Bear Daughter. Excuse me, sir, but by the looks of things, you're supposed to be keeping someone in here. There's no one in here. But okay. A lot of this is just me going about round and about now. I think we can go ahead and teleport here.
Again. Those boats are in Paris at Briscoe. Get to...
Strange indeed. Strange indeed.
Strange?
What level are they?
Speak your piece.
Oh, they're level 8s. Huh. Ooh. We are level 6, so we might be able to take them. Let's see.
There's something to it, doesn't it?
Speak your piece.
Oh, they're... Oh, I can talk to them. Okay.
Strange.
That being the case, well, you have the most... You're tied, so...
Come to listen to Ebenezer expound upon the virtues of fine wine and free love. They don't elucidate, but they certainly do entertain.
Who are you?
I tend to avoid thinking of the life I used to lead. The life of a traveler, a sailor, a free spirit. Those memories would break my heart, if a heart I still had.
Tell me about Ebenezer.
For some reason, he insists he doesn't want to go to the Hall of Echoes, to the afterlife. He claims we weren't cursed, but blessed to roam Rivellon forever. Most of us feel sorry for the poor fella.
Tell me about the Hall of Echoes.
Yes, the realm of the dead. If not for this curse, we'd have been there for more than a decade by now.
Ah. I'll take my leave then.
Indeed.
What a character that Ebenezer is. Preaches more passionately than a priest, only he speaks against the heavens rather than for 'em. Quite curious, but I've grown fond of him and his eccentricities.
Who are you?
Oh, if only I could sail the sea again. The sea and the thrill of life. For some reason, he insists he doesn't want to go to the Hall of Echoes. Yes, the realm of the dead.
My mother would scold me well and good for standing here and listening to old Ebenezer deriding the gods. But what else is a ghost to do all day? He's one of us, after all. I tend to avoid thinking of the life I used to lead. The life of a traveler, a sailor, a free spirit. Those memories would break my heart.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk to Ebenezer.
A mortal! Aha! Well, surely I don't have to tell you how much better a life or death here in Rivellon is compared to a dreadful eternity in the Hall of Echoes.
Why are you ghosts hanging around here?
It's me. We're hardly the only Sicilians lost at sea. But there's some strange magic afoot of late. The dead can't seem to stay that way. We were all aboard a ship, headed from Arata to Fair Sicile. But upon our return, the lighthouse failed to shine its light. We were lost upon the rocks and flung far and wide upon the tempestuous waves.
And who are you exactly?
The name's Ebenezer. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You've probably been meeting some sad souls around here, but I sure as hell ain't one of them. In life, my interests were soft weathers, southern vintages, sun-ripened afternoons, and ample-fleshed companions. Each sense was a source of new and familiar pleasures, and I luxuriated in them all. As a ghost, I admit that many of those pleasures evade me, but Rivellon still smacks of life more than the Hall of Echoes could. Though half the fun of fun is sharing your exploits with an eager ear, you know? Oh, what I'd give to find my little buddy again. The best listener I ever had the pleasure of regaling.
Tell me about the Hall of Echoes.
The final resting place for those deemed worthy of paradise. Paradise after life? Ha! Look around. Paradise is opening your eyes. Or in my case, gazing through the ectoplasm and seeing the wide, wild world around you. Can you imagine anything worse than being stuffed up into oblivion with the rest of the dead? Ah, give me tragedy, chaos, beauty, and delight. My companions would do well to stop pining and start enjoying, no?
Who's your little buddy?
The ship that sunk and turned us all into phantoms? She was home to a sweet old tomcat, Oscar by name, who'd curl up cozy as can be on my pillow. We shared many stormy nights while I scratched his little chin and whispered stories of my youthful exploits. But I reckon cats don't stay on as ghosts after they pass, 'cause the little furball is nowhere to be seen. That, or the lucky bastard managed to survive the wreck. He was a scrappy old fellow after all.